Well, you need a challenge. There, I had a friend by the name of you don't feel the every time I see her, she wants to now I have that lead in
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. Good morning. Thank you, Leaf, for helping greet people today. Yay, Leaf. He just headed back with the kids. My name's Ann Hudgens, and I have the privilege to serve as the Unity Council President for right now. And I get to welcome you. So welcome everybody to Unity of Fort Collins. We're so glad you're here.
Hello.
Glad you're online. We have a lot of folks who join us online. Is there anybody here new today that would like us to know? We're going to plunk a welcome packet in your hand. You got one. All right. Another one. Welcome packet. One more in the back, Courtney. One more in the back. Here, here. Woo! Yay! Thank you. Well, I have some announcements this morning. Rev Jim is doing the service. JoEllen Fulton is doing the reading, and the choir is singing. Woohoo! So the choir is our full congregation extravaganza. Every week, every time the choir plays, there's more people up here than in the pews. So we're looking to switch that around. And if you watch them, you cannot believe how much fun they're having. So thank you, John Magny, for big fun. All right. Over on the table, we've got a electronic sign. Take a look at that. Take a little, just turn your head. Isn't that awesome? Nancy Hughes has been putting letters one by one on the beat up plastic sign out front. And when we run out of letters, she makes copies, and then they melt in the rain. So we're not necessarily asking to get Nancy out of a job, but this could be programmed from the office. You wouldn't have to put the letters in. So we had enough money for one in our budget. We had a donor who offered the $500-ish to get that. And we're looking for one to go on the other side. So if anybody's so moved, we could have a double-sided sign. And it's not in the budget, but just take a look at that. If you'd like to give toward the sign, that would be great. It's so effective. It's really nice. We're going to upgrade our image just a little bit, although the manual signs is a little bit like who we are. Okay. What else? I'm going to pass around a clipboard for folks to sign up for the adopt area in the garden. So that's worked really well for us. So if you only have a little spot you're weeding, it doesn't take very much to keep the ground safe. So if you'd like to help adopt an area, that would be great. Today after the service, the Unity International Projects meeting about Guatemala will meet at 11:15 in the Myrtle Room. On the back wall, we have the Enlightenment display. So this is a new thing that we are doing. So instead of one artist doing a show, it's 11 artists back there doing a show with a common theme. So take a peek at it. It's pretty cool. In the pews, there's an envelope. So if the QR code or the Zettel, the credit card machine, I was going to call it a Wordle, but I knew that wasn't right. So it's a Zettel. So if you'd rather do a credit card just by writing your number down, that works too, and we'll shred it up afterwards so your credit card isn't in the universe. Speaking of which, last week we had quite a donation. Woohoo! So thank you all for your generosity. Gerald and I talked about giving the amount, and he said, maybe not, because we still need them to keep giving. So anyway, it was a really good. We surpassed our weekly goal last week. So thank you so much. Let's keep doing it. On the table is information about how to sign up for the King Supers and Safeway fundraising programs. You load money on a card, and then you use it like a debit card. But we get 5% back, so it's a super easy way to get money for the church by just shopping for groceries. Okay, on June 16th, we're having a Family Friday fun night. So our own Diana Swigert has a fairy garden at her house, and the kids are gonna go look at the fairy garden. She's starting one outside here, a little one, that's a sunflower forest. So morning glories and sunflowers will rise to make a fort. So that should be cool. Tuesday, there's a meditation and pranic healing in the Rumi room. There's a Let's Get Together bulletin board with an offer some walks and hikes already up there. So take a look and come on up.
Hello. Real quick follow-up to what Ann said as well. The credit card machines that you can use to make donations on Sunday there's going to be one in the bookstore, and then Julie back there in the plaid shirt, she'll always have one on her as well. So I want to remind everybody that, oh, she's even got one she's sporting it. I didn't even know she had that. With this kind of cloudy, cold weather, believe me, these are still very handy. And what we like about them is that unlike a regular sweatshirt, it's not heavy. It's really a lightweight sweatshirt, so perfect for this kind of temperature and cool nights. So we still have the navy and the charcoal grays back there that are really pretty. And because we know the sun will come out one day again, we also have these really cool logo hats that say Unity of Fort Collins in all these different colorways. So those are back in the bookstore as well. and then ever handy coffee mug with the logo on it. And one last quick thing is that I know you all have been really enjoying all the goodies back by the coffee. And I just want to remind you that it's open to anybody bringing anything. So if you want to bake or buy something, and it doesn't have to be sweets, it can be, this week it's fruit. So anything you want to bring, please feel free to contribute. You're more than welcome to share your food goodies that way too. Thanks.
And continuing with, she's a little taller than I am, so it's okay. You'll notice an additional table back there that we just set up this morning, and those are our used books, and those are donation only. So whatever you feel moved to put into the plastic container, please do so. We just want them to be shared and used rather than sitting on shelves. So Janice has been working in the library and also with donations and then bringing those forth for us. So help yourself back there. Also, thank you, Anne, for announcing Tuesday's meditation. I'm the facilitator of that. Love to see you in the Roomy Room at 7. And it's a combination of a beautiful meditation that opens up our hearts and our divine connection. And it's also free energy healing called pranic healing. So I hope to see you. Thanks.
All right. I think we did it for the announcements. Let's everybody take a big old deep breath. And I'll have you join me in our centering prayer. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world. Thank you.
All right, good morning. JoEllen is going to lead us in a song here.
Science teaches us that emotional energy has impact in the physical world. I heard on the news this week that hatred is becoming more entrenched and more localized in our communities. So right now, let's bring up our own
That's
local
right.
light.
That's just the chorus. They're going to sing it.
Okay. So
You're in the right
later
place.
still, okay.
No, in a few minutes.
Okay, right.
You're in there. You're right.
All God's children, we got to come together and share the good feeling. 'Cause nothing's ever gonna make this world better if we don't start believing that love really, really, really is the answer. Just like the wise men say, let the night come to see us, the music come free us. Let's start drifting away. Leave all the troubles behind now, no worries. Everybody join hands 'cause it's time now. Spread the love all over the world. All God's people, spread the love all over the world. Ooh, all over the world. All my brothers and sisters, ain't nobody can tell us that this planet is falling apart. No, no, no. If we just love each other and lift up one another, shout out loud from every heart, heart. Ooh, leave all our troubles behind now. Ooh, everybody join hands 'cause it's time now. Spread the love all over the world. All God's people, spread the love all over the world. spread it all over the world. We got to spread the love.
Spread the love.
Love is the ticket, the train it will take us. No one can stop us, nobody will break us. Follow the rhythm that leads us to heaven today. We got to spread the love all over the world. All God's people, spread the love all over the world. All God's children, spread the love all over the world. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Spread the love
All over the world.
I wonder if you could help us out right here.
singing.
Spread the love
All over the world.
all God's people,
spread the love
all
over the world.
All
All God's children, spread the love all over the world.
Very nice.
Spread the love all over the world. I'm staying.
I think we're sharing this one. Okay.
This is from Alice in Wonderland.
Cheshire Cat, would you please tell me where I should go, which way I should go from here?
That depends on where you want to get to.
I don't much care,
Then it doesn't matter which way you go.
so long as I get somewhere.
Oh, you're sure to do that if you only walk long enough.
What sort of people live around here?
The Hatter lives that way, and the March Hare lives that way. Visit either one. They are both mad.
But I don't want to visit mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad.
How do you know I'm mad?
You must be, or you wouldn't be here.
How do you know you're mad?
To begin with, a dog is not mad. Do you agree?
I suppose so.
A dog growls when it is angry and wags its tail when it is happy. I growl when I am happy and wag my tail when I am angry. Therefore, I am mad.
I call it purring, not growling.
Call it what you like.
Love it. We're all mad here. That's good to know. We got company, huh? All right, we're going to bring up our ace, Mr. Chris McShay. He's going to appear here. I believe it. Oh, did he leave? Ta-da. Oh, there he is. Okay, I want to say that we are not going to do choir rehearsal tomorrow. We'll be doing it the next week for the service on the 25th. And we're going to work up this song here that Chris wrote. It's a really, really nice song, a new song in our Unity Church repertoire here.
Grow in the light, the Spirit's name. as I drink the milk of your word. Live in me as I drink the milk of your word. Live in me.
Ooh. Wow, thank you, John Magny and Company. That's one of those tunes that's going to resonate in our hearts all week long, isn't it? Isn't it? Thank you for being here this morning. What I'd like to explore with you is kind of a continuation as to what you've been hearing about the last couple of weeks. You know, 2 weeks ago I spoke with you about, is unity a cult? Remember? Maybe we are, in a good way. I shared with you some principles that unity teaches that seem to also resonate with all the great religions of the world. We all have a commonality that we share. You know, this spirituality is meant to bring us harmony and peace because spirituality is very simple. But sometimes our diversity of philosophies and our beliefs and our concepts and our views about spiritual matters often lead to confusion and, unfortunately, in our world, even conflict. I would like to clarify one other point in unity teachings today, and that is the principle of the self. Yes, you, the self. The most basic concept of spirituality is an understanding of the self. Who am I? What am I doing here? You will always live in confusion if you do not clarify who and what you are. And the most basic concept that we teach is that we are spiritual beings on an earthly journey. Spiritual beings on an earthly journey. I'm going to acknowledge Courtney. Last week she spoke with us and shared some things. I stole one of her slides. Uh-oh. Can you do that, Courtney? There it is. She said, and she quoted the Upanishads, those who know they are neither body nor mind, but the immortal self. But the immortal self, the divine principle of existence, find the source of all joy and live in joy abiding. When we finally understand, when we're finally so convinced about things that we know that we are neither body nor mind. And so I'm going to lead you through some principles today that might amplify this word from these sacred Hindu scriptures. To illustrate this basic truth, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. I'm going to pick on one of you. Is it okay if I pick on you, Chris? No. Knock, knock. Who's in there?
I said no.
Knock, knock. Who's in there?
Anne.
Anne?
No, God.
Is everything okay in there?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Knock, knock. Who's in there? What would you say? Suppose someone greeted you. Hello, are you in there? How would you respond? How would you respond? Hello, who are you in there? Would you say, I'm a 60-something-year-old man. I'm 5'8". Is that what you'd say? Would you describe yourself? If you do that, you're really your body that you're describing, not yourself. You're describing your body. It's just another thing that you see. It's not you. You are the seer. This is a very simple exercise. We all must come to realize that you in there, from deep inside, you are experiencing the world. You're experiencing your physical body. You're experiencing your thoughts and your emotions. You are conscious, and you're experiencing what it is like to be a human. You're not your body. You're not what you always thought you were. You're pure consciousness, pure awareness. You are the observer. You are temporarily housed in a human body. You're not a human body. You're not a gender. You're not an age, thank goodness. You're not anything you can identify with. You're not anything that you thought you were or a condition you think you are. You're an observer, and you're seeing the world. You're seeing your own body. You're seeing the outside. But you're not that. But you're not that. You're pure spirit. You're an expression of the divine. You were never born. You will never die. You are an observer. You're observing what is going on around you. You look to the right. You see something there. And when you see something there, that's just another event that's happening in the world, and it goes on and on and on. And it's going to last for a few seconds, and it's going to change. Look to the left. Same thing. Just another series of events. And there are millions and billions of series of events that are going on throughout the universe. And they have nothing to do with any one of us. They're just floating on, going on continually, and we're observing them. It's just like a dream in a way. In fact, there are those that teach that it is a dream. So you can say, knock, knock. Are you in there? Are you okay in there? You know, I'm in here. I'm conscious. And what I am conscious of is that it is always not so nice in here. It's always not so nice in here. So what is it like in there? Let me kind of explain just my experience of being in here. First of all, I experience the outside world. I see each one of you. I see the whole enchilada of the world that comes in through my senses. When it comes in, it is neither pleasant or unpleasant. It's just a passing through experience that lasts for a few seconds and then it's gone. Just a passing through experience. And then inside of here, there's also thoughts that I experience. Yes, there's thoughts in here. I hear thoughts saying things like, I don't know if I like this. I don't understand what Sharon just did. I'd like a car like that. And there's also those thoughts that I care not to share with you publicly. But they're all in there. Constantly moving on. If I was asked who is saying all that inside of my head, I sometimes think it's me. But it's not me. They're just thoughts. And I am the one that's noticing those thoughts. Standing on the corner, watching all the thoughts go by. Oh, I can't sing like JoEllen. But that's the tune, standing on the corner. And then there's also those emotions. There's also those feelings. There are some that come up quite suddenly, like fear. Some feelings are pleasant, like love. Other feelings are unpleasant, like embarrassment and guilt. Sometimes several of them arise at the same time. But I notice those feelings arising in there. It's like Alice in Wonderland. It's like a three-ring circus. The world coming in, thoughts and emotions arise. And then there's those times like, Gerald coming into my awareness. And my thought says, I don't want to see Gerald right now because I didn't do what I promised him. Then I experience fear that he'll see me. Everything was fine until that event came in, and then it took over my thoughts, and it generated a difficult emotion. The Buddha once said that all life is suffering. He wasn't negative. All of life is suffering. If you're rich or poor, if you're sick or healthy, young or old, it doesn't matter. The vast majority of what's going on is you trying to be okay. That's what it boils down to. Trying to be okay with the world outside. Trying to be okay with the thoughts that arise and the emotions that just come floating in. So what's the solution? I'd like to give you 4 realizations. Now, realizations aren't something that you study. It's something that just is so convincing. Like if I were to walk over here, I don't think about sitting on this stool. I just realize it's probably safe to sit here. Life is so sure when you have a realization. So I'd like to give you 4 of them. Go try my slide again. Okay, Courtney. The first realization. Realize that you're not okay in here. Look to see what's going inside of you. If you want to understand why you've done everything you've ever done, if you want to see what's really going on, just observe your mind and your emotions. Just experience your inner state. If you objectively look, you will see that you're never completely 100% of the time at peace. You will see that sometimes you're not okay in here. Second realization. You're always trying to be okay. At any point when you look at the state of your inner being, you'll see that something is maybe bothering you. You'll notice that it causes urges or drives or impulses to do something about it. You'll find that you're constantly trying to either get something or avoid something. All of that in an attempt to be okay. Third one. Your mind has taken on the job of figuring out how everything needs to be for you to be okay. If you watch, you'll see that your mind is always telling you what you should or you shouldn't do, what others should or shouldn't do. Oh, that's a big one for me. Or how things should or should not be. All of this is an attempt to create a model of what would make you okay, and then try to get the outside world to match it. Some of you are giggling. I know it's true for you. Fourth realization. Realize that the process of defining how the outside needs to be is not going to make you okay. You must seriously look at the process of trying to be okay. You've been at it for your entire life. Some of us, that's many years. You just try different things at different times. Well, it's true that sometimes you manage to make it better for short periods of time. You notice that you're really never even come close to reaching a point of permanent peace. Watch very closely how you react to things your mind has preferences about. You will see that if your mind gets what it wants, you feel joy. If it doesn't get what it wants, you feel disturbance. When it avoids what it doesn't want, you feel relief. You'll never be okay playing this game because life will never match the model your mind has made up. Eventually you'll come to see that struggling, constantly struggling to be okay doesn't work. At some point, you'll try to find a different way to be okay in here. So there's 4 things. Those are the 4 realizations. There's also 4 things I'd like to share with you how to learn to be okay. First one, learn to not participate in the mind's struggle to be okay. This step is about learning to be a witness. Learning to be about a witness. The part of you that notices the inner urges to be okay. You have to be comfortable. Sort of like just sitting there. Just watching there. You have to be comfortable with sitting there and not participating in these inner energies. You learn to relax in the midst of them. You come to see that there is a process in which the moment you feel inner disturbance, you are drawn into doing something about it. And you learn to sit inside and not participate in that process. If you truly understand that going outside to try to be okay really never works, then you'd be willing to sit inside and simply allow the disturbance to pass. It's not difficult. It really isn't. If you can do this, all the disturbances of life, everything that's disturbing you at any point in time, at any place, will cease by itself. Will cease by itself. Next learning. Learn to go about life just like everyone else, except that nothing you do is for the purpose of trying to be okay. If you aren't so preoccupied with trying to be okay, you will be free to sit inside and quietly, very quietly love and serve and remember. Remember to see what is naturally unfolding in front of you. Everything just unfolds. Everything solves itself. The universe is conspiring for you. But the trouble is we step into the situation and try to solve it for ourselves. Love, to serve, and remember. When you reach this point, you will be no longer living for yourself. You'll be interacting with life. You'll be engaged in life, but not for the purpose of trying to be okay. And there's a lot of teachings with unity about this subject. A few weeks ago, I talked to you and we shared about that most of what we desire in life is just preferences. In a community like this, when we meet together, say in the council meetings, most of what we are exploring is just preferences. Are we willing to give up preferences for someone else to have theirs? Preferences. Now there's also principles that we stand for, but preferences is by far the majority of the decisions we make. Gary Simmons, a Unity minister, wrote a book called The Eye of the Storm. And he has a couple of principles in there I'll give you quickly. One of them is, there is no one and nothing against me. There's no one and nothing against me. Do you believe that? No one and nothing. No one and nothing ever against us. Second thing he tells us is, what you think about me is none of my business. None of my business. You know, in the early days of ministry, I spent a lot of time worrying about what people would think of me. Was the talk I was giving adequate? Was it being delivered in the right way? What were they thinking of me? We spent a lot of time worrying about that. But what you think of me is none of my business. Then the fourth learning. Oh, I think I'm on number 3. Learn the process of defining how the outside needs to be is not going to make you okay. You must seriously look at this process of trying to be okay. You've been at it all of your life. You've just tried different things at different times. While it is true that sometimes they make it better temporarily for short periods of time, you know that you've never even come close to achieving or reaching a state of permanent peace. I can tell you that from experience. Number 4, learn to let go of the energies you have been distracted by and begin to feel a deeper energy. You're no longer drawn into those energies of what was, what could be, what might be. You realize that your inner universe is actually very expansive. You'll return to that state of joy and wonder, as Jesus said, as a child, and you'll experience the kingdom of heaven. You'll return to that state. If you just finish being distracted by those other energies, you'll begin to feel Spirit flow into your life in so many ways. It lifts you and brings you great love and joy, because now you're completely okay. And you don't need anything. You don't need anything. Basically, that's true, isn't it? You don't need anything. Things are just the way they are. At this point, you'll know the small self, yes, small self, as the greater self, the divine self, the capital S self. You have no form, you have no shape, you have no gender, yes, and you have no body. You have always existed, and you'll always exist. You simply are. You simply are. You have always been, and you always will be. Nothing but infinite spirit. Nothing but infinite spirit. So knock, knock. Is that you in there? Is that you in there? Divine Spirit, Holy One, Angel of God. Knock, knock. Is that you in there?
Our thoughts are praying, and we are always
Praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying, like a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is everywhere. And every thought's indeed our prayer. So we come to our time of meditation. And I'd like you, if you feel comfortable, just to close your eyes and be comfortable in your seat. I'm going to go with you back some 20 years to a recording of a ministry in Sacramento, California that Sharon and I were members of. Like Michael Moran and Richard Burdick to lead our meditation for a few minutes.
There are angels all around us, in every part of life, guiding us, protecting us, with healing love and light. Peace. Rest easy. There are angels here and now. Peace. Rest easy. There are angels here and now.
Angels all around me, in every part of life, guiding me, protecting me with healing love and light. Angels all around me, in every part of life, guiding me, protecting me with healing love and light. Peace, rest easy, there are angels here and now. Peace, rest easy, there are angels here and now. Angels all around me, in every part of life, guiding me, protecting me with healing love and light. Angels all around me, in every part of life, guiding me, protecting me with healing love and light. Peace, rest easy, there are angels here and now. Peace, rest easy, there are angels here and now.
Yes, angels all around us, in every part of life, guiding us, protecting us. Angels appearing in human form, but angels from the other world, protecting us, guiding us. And so with that thought, we come back to this place.
May the blessings of God rest upon me. May God's peace abide in me. May God's presence illuminate my heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in you. May God's presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon us. May God's peace abide in us. May God's presence illuminate our hearts now and forevermore. Now and forevermore.
So I'd like to invite the ushers to come forward as we participate in our offering. So I invite you to take your offering in your hand and silently bless it. Silently give gratitude for all that we've been supplied. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. Thank you.
I gotta say, that was just such a great talk by Jim there, you know. Addressing the challenges of us being a spirit. Try to pretend that we're bodies. There's going to be problems, but he always speaks with a lot of joy.
take. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. We want the world to know we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait.
Just wait and see.
Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Oh yes, you got to put a little love in your heart. You can be okay inside. Put a little love in your heart. You gotta put a little bit of love. Put a little love in your heart. Make room in your heart for a little bit more. Put a little love in your heart. Oh yes, we got to put a little love in your heart. Do you wanna put a little love in your heart? Put a little love in your heart. Just look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. When you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
Everybody help us now.
Put a little love in your heart. 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 Wow. Wow, isn't Unity a great place to be on Sunday morning? Yes, yes. Then we can have our young ones come in, our children, we can sing again. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna let it shine. This is the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This is the light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Light and light. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Here at the corner. Let it shine. 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 Wow. What's these masks all about? Go ahead.
We talked about kindness, and we made masks. This this is mine. Nice.
Yeah.
What he said. We talked about creativity last week, and we told what we saw, and yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Anyone? Anyone else? Okay. Okay. Boy, aren't they cute? Yeah. Thank you. So, JoEllen Fulton, you're the birthday lady, aren't you? There you go.
It's the second Sunday of the month, and it's June. So if you have a birthday in this month, would you please come up? I know it's hard, but we want to sing to you happy birthday. Do we have any takers? Oh.
Oh.
Come on.
Come on up, Bonnie.
Come on.
And Julie, huh?
I'm gonna pass it to you. The name and.
I'm Julie, I'm the one in the office, and it's the 16th.
My name is Bonnie.
And this is my big first child.
We didn't have big ones. And her birthday is June 25th.
Sing right here. You want to sing to you. I'm going to have music, or just do it on the piano. Okay. Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jabez.
Happy birthday to you.
So I guess that's it. Another beautiful Sunday. So let's all join together, join our hands together with that angel next to you. So I neglected to tell you that if you'd like to know more about the subject I spoke on today, most of it's from this book by Michael Singer called Living Untethered. It's in the bookstore. So let's participate together, first of all, in the prayer protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love in God divides us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Right here. God, let there be, yes, there be peace. Here we go.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, family all are we. As we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, this begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is the glorious vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Okay.
All right, thank you much.
Thank you, Robert. Well, good service, good music.
Good music.